This is Marietta from the Business Champion Show. Every week, I sit down with people who build our communities, small business owners, dreamers, and doers who turn challenges into opportunities. Their journeys remind us that success is about heart, courage, and connection. Join me as we celebrate the champions among us, right here in Connecticut and beyond. Visit thebusinesschampion.com and be part of our growing community. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to the Business Champion Show. I'm your host, Marietta Kammerer. Late again? When does a company say enough? Is our topic today. Reliability is quiet. It doesn't make headlines, but it builds careers. So what happens when reliability starts slipping? When someone is consistently late, not once, not twice, but as a habit. Is it time management or is it a mindset? Today we explore when companies decide to draw the line. And let's get started. You tuned in to the Business Champion Show. I'm your host, Marietta Kammerer. And yes, late again, when does a company say enough is enough? So it's not the traffic. It's Tuesday night. That's what it is, folks. Let's be honest. Chronic lateness is rarely caused by traffic. Traffic did not suddenly appear only on the mornings you work. Usually, it starts the night before. And this is where we have to talk about habits. Look, we all have habits. Yeah? Nobody's exempt of it. So, but how we deal with all of this, that's what I want to talk about. Because chronic lateness is rarely about the clock. It's about lifestyle. It's about how you think, too. And what you believe. Let's look at some of the habits that we have. So I like to, after a day's work, when I relax, I like to watch movies. And sometimes I really get carried away with certain episodes, and they're so fantastic. I have had occasionally all-nighters till about 2:30, 3 o'clock, the episodes, and they're about half an hour to 45 minutes in length, and another one, and another one. And, I'm very fortunate. I am a boss, a bottle washer, everything, meaning I am self-employed. So the next day, when I have to get up at 6:30, and I just shut everything off at 2:30, it's not going to cut it. And especially if I have a day full of appointments and I got to be sharp, I got to be on top of things. I have to travel and I have to have good conversations. That's not gonna work. So, I'm smart enough today, knowing that my mind will not be sharp if I have to get up in 2.5 hours sleep, just on 2.5 hours sleep. I'm not going to be sharp. So I know that. When we're a little younger, we think we can manage it all. And I was one of them too. So just one more episode, just one more stroll. And I get involved with the social media too, especially with TikTok. And I love TikTok. So it's endless what you see and what you find and what's amusing. So, just one more video. So suddenly it's 12:47 a.m. Well, that's still early, but let's go with 12:47. And then 6 a.m. feels like a personal attack. Oh my God. You cannot borrow from tomorrow's energy and expect today's discipline. Mm-mm. So I'm in sales, I'm in marketing. This is my livelihood. You got to be sharp. I can't drink every day, and I don't drink at all. Overeat late at night because that affects the body and mind as well, waking up. I can't do a lot of things. So for the past 30 years, I am disciplined. Yeah, I am disciplined. But the snooze button It's almost an Olympic, a snooze button Olympic. It goes off at 6:03. Then I hit it again, 6:09, 6:18, 6:27. I snooze, I hit that button continuously. I have not conquered that. Some people, the alarm clock goes off, they jump out of bed. Are you kidding me? I have to think first. I have to wake up a little bit and start thinking while I'm still in my bed and, turning and tossing and turning and okay. So the snooze button, I've been at this for at least 35 years. Now, just think if you had a husband or a wife and they would do that, that would drive the other person nuts. That's enough to get a divorce, the way I do it too. But I don't have to worry about that. So I don't know why I do this. It's a stupid habit. But I think I need to give myself, that's what I would say. I need to give myself a little more time to wake up. But I never get up at 6:03 when it goes off. So at this point, you're not sleeping. You're negotiating with responsibility. That's true. If snoozing were a sport, some people would qualify for nationals. That's me. I qualify for nationals. Then, of course, when people that have animals, the dog, the cat, they greet you in the morning, and they have to do their due diligence, and you put on your slippers or your coat and shoes, and you take them outside. So the animals, when you're an animal owner, you pretty much you got to get out of bed, at least with the dogs, and the cats let you know it too. So um the snooze button thing hasn't bothered me. I like it. It's my first communication in the morning. That's fine. So now it comes. We all have certain habits in the morning. Coffee is very important. That the coffee with the cream, and you sit down, you turn on the television and find out what is the latest. And that you're nice and quiet and you're not being disturbed. So you have more time to wake up. Now, there are people that run out of the house without coffee. They say, I'll stop somewhere and I can function without coffee. Okay. Well, I make my coffee at home. I plan for that. I plan for downtime while I'm drinking my coffee, while I'm having a little breakfast, and I start planning my day while I'm watching the news. So, in younger days, I would drink coffee in the car while I'm traveling from home to work. Well, that doesn't work for me because here I'm all decked out in a suit and I'm trying to drink the hot coffee or maybe even try a bagel while I'm driving. And that happened to me once, and I ended up with stains on my suit and my blouse. That's unacceptable to me. So eating in the car just doesn't work while I'm driving. I'm eating in the car when I'm parked. I'm not, that's fine, but not while I'm traveling. I don't know how some people do it. So it doesn't work for me. Um, so, but the people that say, I got to stop at my sacred coffee shop, ah, you know, and they do it. They wait in line for 14 minutes at 7:52. It's not a coffee in emergency. It's a planning issue. If coffee determines punctuality, the routine is broken. Folks, think about this. You're going to the drive-in, you get six cars ahead of you. Your adrenaline's already up, right? Your blood pressure is up. But no, you're waiting in line and you got five cars ahead of you now. Forget it. And you do this every morning. I wouldn't do that. Well, you can say, well, I wouldn't do your snooze button either, Marietta. Well, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. We have our own little idiosyncrasy. But the snooze button is not as serious as the coffee shop and you getting in line at 7:52 and you're supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock. Oh, it's right down the street. Well, try to get out back on the main road after you got your coffee and you can't because some of the routes are really traveled heavily and they won't let you in. It's like I remember talking to a coffee shop owner once, and they started a business right on a main artery, like Route 25, Route 7. We all know here in Connecticut what they're like, right? So, and when you go south, you need to go south, and all the traffic is heading south, and you're just pulling out of that parking lot from the coffee shop, they won't let you in. Just think a herd of buffaloes are coming down Route 7 or Route 25 and they have a certain tempo. They're not going to stop for you because they're not going to let you in. I'm telling you. And do you know, they never made it with that coffee shop because nobody wanted to stop for that $1 cup of coffee because it was too long of a wait to get back on the road. It's true, but they won't let you in. Herd of buffaloes. That was a good analogy on my part. It's true because they're just that's it. So if you can't function without coffee, I understand, but somehow you could make it at home. Waiting in line for 14 minutes at 7:52, I already said that. That's not a coffee in emergency. You're just adding to the problem. Make the coffee at home. Get yourself a nice thermos and make it. No, I wouldn't do it the night before. I don't like that. But make it. Make enough time for you in the morning to fill that thermos. So that's what I'm suggesting. Um, then we get sidetracked. Okay, depending on what your lifestyle is. One quick phone call. I got to call Lisa. I got to tell her something to pick up something on Thursday. Well, out of that quick phone call, it was 18 minutes. She had to tell me something about the boyfriend, and I wanted to hear it and this and that. So 18 minutes. So you already gave away 18 minutes. A quick email. I know how that goes too because I do all my emails in the morning. It's never just something quick. Many times you have to explain and how come and this, that, and the other, or whatever it is. It's never a quick email. One quick load of laundry. Well, forget that. If you start taking out the vacuum cleaner and the dust cloth and a quick laundry, and even laundry, okay, I can say, okay, put it in the machine, put the soap in, that's it. It will finish itself. I can even see that because you don't need to be right there with it. But it's still, you can't do these things. Oh, I need to do this. You can't do that. One quick news update. Same thing. Same thing. You have to plan everything. You have to plan everything, your day, while you're sitting reflecting. So, and everything has to have a time period. Doing things at random. This is what gets us off track. So I already know in the morning, I am not planning or starting dinner or lunch. Oh, I just want to fix the tuna fish salad, so I have it in the fridge. I don't do that in the morning. I do that at night. Every little task that has nothing to do with my work is distracting me. That's it. So, and trust me. So, everything is designed. So that's in the morning, I sit down, what am I going to do first? And then I think about doing some shopping during the day, leaving actually the house. And you find that I talk myself out of a lot of the handling chores. So where I don't have to leave, where I continue being in the office and not having to, put makeup on and dress up differently, so I can buy half a gallon of milk in the afternoon. Absolutely not. So look, I do whatever is necessary. And shopping just doesn't excite me. And I do it when it's absolutely necessary, when I don't have any money. That's just how I am. So there is no such thing as quick thing, a quick laundry, quick email. So, uh, no such thing at 7:43 in the morning, and it's only 5 minutes to work, you say. And you know what? You got to get on that main artery. They won't let you in. It's already five. It's already 8:05. So now you're thinking about, oh, what can I tell everybody? Well, they know distraction is the enemy of discipline. Now, here it gets better. Thursday night decisions. So, if Thursday night looks like Saturday night, Friday morning might start looking like unemployment. This is not about fun, it's about priorities. And we've all been there. I have been there. And there was a time in my life, in my younger years, where after work, the most important thing was happy hour. That happy hour went from 5:30 till 1 o'clock at night because sometimes we stopped at another place and we had so much fun and we danced and another drink and coming home at 1:30, having to get up at 6 again or 5:30 to have 1 hour commute. You can't live like that. That's when you have no responsibility at a job. You just go in for a paycheck. And that's just not, no, 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 no. Um, those were bad habits. Those were bad habits. So Thursday night looked like Saturday night. No, you've got one more day to go. So this is, here's another one. The morning treasure hunt. Now this I can't stand. Here it goes. Where are my keys? What do you mean, where are your keys? You don't put them in the same place? Hang them up at same no matter what you do? Or put them in your purse and hang up the purse same place all the time? What's the matter with you? Oh, the toddler may play a show and tell with my purse, or they may play with the keys. How can you let a kid play with your keys? What's the matter with you? Think about it. Yeah, but they're so cute and they want to go and they make believe, and this is all wonderful. Buy them some plastic keys or give them some old keys. We always have old keys. But think about it. My keys are always at the same place. My pocketbook is hung up same place all the time. I'm not looking for anything. Where are my shoes? This gets better. Where are my shoes? What do you mean, where are your shoes? Don't you take off your shoes at the same place, and put them nice and neat? That's what I do. So, however, if you throw your shoes in the closet, you may not find the other match. You may have to dig through all kinds of stuff to find the other, the left shoe. All kinds of stuff. People do all kinds of stuff. I wore a lot of high heels. And I remember I didn't take too much time to put them in the closet, so they may have been thrown in the closet, so you couldn't really get to the left or right. They weren't together. So I get that. I would never accept that today. What do you mean? I don't look for anything. I know exactly where everything is. Where's my badge? Same here. Put him with the keys. What's the matter with you? Yeah, but I took the shirt off and then we washed it. No, no, wait a minute. The badge goes with the keys in a little bowl by the door or wherever it's comfortable for you, but everything is together. Where's my sanity? Well, I'm asking you because this already would bring me, if I have to start hunting for all of this would get my mind going in a negative way. And I got a big day at work. I have design people coming. I have to present um, my plans to them. And I'm already heard and I'm running in the door at 8:15 and everybody's already at work and I'm making up some some stupid story because I don't have my act together. I mean, come on, I wouldn't do that. There are times in our lives where we do that. And we can justify it to ourselves, but there comes a time when you start taking more pride in what you do and how you do it. I'm glad I have that. Preparation is the adult version of self-respect, and I like that. Your morning routine walks into work before you do. I tell you, as a boss, I it can happen to anybody that you're late. Look, you had something at home to handle. Maybe you had something with the animal, the cat, the dog, or with your baby. You may have to take the baby to to the daycare and so forth. So we all know that. You have to have every step planned. But things do happen. And me as a boss, I will understand occasional lateness. Now, if this happens every week, I know it's a pattern because I'm a master at all of this. Yeah, I can see all through it. I've done this all. I know the piano up and down the keys. I know it. And I know when you're lying to me because you don't have your stuff together. Or you had a hell of a time on Thursday night and we got Friday today and I can see it. And you cannot allow other people to make us late, whether it's the boyfriend, the girlfriend, whether it's the husband or the wife, or the dog or the cat, or the child for that matter. There has to be a certain routine, and especially when you have small children, the child has to be dressed, has to have breakfast, and there's a routine there. You have to drop him or her off at the babysitter or at the daycare. If every step is planned, you won't have a problem. Of course, unforeseen things too, we built that in, but not your own, you know, you're insufficient with planning or executing it. Maybe you plan, but you can execute it because you're allowed to be distracted. I don't want any deep conversations in the morning. Starts in bed, then we get up, or starting a television show or nothing. Look, you want to talk? Let's talk tonight. And sometimes we end up doing just that because we start an argument or whatever. And to get out the door, then I've done that too. Look, we're all human beings. So some people believe it takes me 12 minutes to get ready. Traffic will be light. I'll move faster tomorrow. Well, it takes me longer than 12 minutes to get ready because I like to shower. I like to shower. I like to feel clean and smell great. So I like to put makeup on. Um, I like to dress nice. So that doesn't mean as I'm having my coffee and sitting quietly, I'm thinking about what can I wear and so forth. But in 12, now I can get ready in 12 minutes. Absolutely. If I don't shower and just put on some clothes, wash my face and put a hat on. So I don't have to do my hair. So, and I've done that too to go to the grocery store. So that was a different scenario, but not when you go to work. You want to smell great. You want to dress appropriately. You want to have pride and not go out like please, please. So, and traffic will not be light. And don't tell yourself I'll move faster tomorrow. What is this? So, hope is not a time management strategy. So that's a fantasy thing, fantasy clock. So let's go a little deeper here. Sometimes chronic lateness is not poor planning. Sometimes it's poor engagement. That's true because you start thinking all kinds of stuff comes in the morning. Um, uh, they don't love their job. They feel unmotivated. This is it. They don't love the job. They're unmotivated. And now they have to hurry. And that's painful for the people. They're disengaged. They're quietly resisting structure. So that's what it's all about. and to think the same thoughts every single day. And especially when you're late and all of these thoughts come in into your mind. So lateness can become a silent protest, and companies don't fire minutes, they fire patterns. And I would not have somebody working with me that cannot get their act together. They may be great people, nice people, everything. Look, you're disrupting my entire life work. And other people are watching me as a boss. And they see I let you get away with it. No, you will not get away with it. You will be fired. So I want you to think about this. I really want you to think about this. It can be overcome. I have overcome it as well. So, in closing, in business, people don't remember your excuses, they remember your consistency. Being on time isn't about the clock, it's about respect for your team, for your word, for yourself. And champions. They built their reputation one disciplined morning at a time. Till next time, I'm Marietta Cameron.